Currently what we're seeing is a complete change in the landscape. Specific to small and medium businesses, we're certainly seeing this concept of the consumerization of IT, or the commoditization of IT. What we really mean by that, and what we're seeing, is the workplace and one's home are really converging. So when we're looking at social media sites, whilst these were used in the beginning for social purposes, now they're becoming business tools. In fact, today, many organizations will go to those social media tools to see somebody's background. So you're seeing that side. What you're also seeing is mobility and devices are coming into the work environment, but they may be for personal use. They may be a device that is personally owned, but using to connect to the corporate network. And as we look at more and more new devices that come into the organization, we start to see the risks are starting to change. So when we look at the threat landscape, we're starting to see that more and more risks are coming into the organization. An organization is not able to make very standardized approaches to say you can't bring the devices into the environment because these devices and these changes are helping productivity. So generally that's one area. The other area in terms of the threat landscape is that they're becoming more and more targeted. The days of just breaking into a network for fame and glory are certainly gone. Today it is 100% about money. It's about organized crime and activity, and it's very targeted. So it's targeted at the individual to take confidential information, personal information, and to use that to on-sell it. Today, risks are no longer aligned to a size of a business. A 5 or a 10 user organization has got significant risk, as does a 100 user, and it goes up and up until the thousands. So the way in which we want to help our customers protect their information is really about a complete protection story. It's about not only looking at traditional security, which is extremely important, but it's also about looking at data and data loss and data recovery. So by bringing together two very critical components, security, both traditional security and web and mail security, together with backup and recovery, we have a unique solution and a unique opportunity to help customers get to that situation where they've got that complete protection. Today, organizations want to be protected completely. So they have choice, and they have different reasons to look at on-premise based solutions where they have an IT department and they want to continue to have an IT department and leverage their own infrastructure. And then you have situations where there may be some advanced solutions that they require. It could be mail or web security, and they want to have that leveraged through a cloud service. And there are different reasons and different benefits to look at a cloud service. Some of those may be not having to outlay the capital, or potentially wanting to have an on-demand solution where they can turn it on very quickly. Today at Symantec, we're in a unique position to be able to give our customers that level of choice, to be able to offer premise-based solutions, or to be able to offer a combination of hosted solutions as well. With the launch of Symantec Protection Suite Advanced Business Edition, we're now putting the opportunity into our customers' hands to be able to leverage the security suite, but then purchase add-on solutions for email and web security to be able to give them that opportunity to leverage the cloud service. First thing to remember is that security and security threats are very targeted, and they're not just targeted at the large enterprise, they're targeted at the individual and small businesses. Sometimes we've seen through a number of studies that small businesses are very vulnerable because they don't necessarily have the IT department to help them protect completely. So the first thing is to make sure that your organization has got the latest security solutions. Antivirus and other security solutions are important. So it's important to have the right solutions in place, to have the right versions of those solutions. It's also important to have the right patches. So it's important to make sure that every level of the operating system and the security software and other software have been patched correctly. And the final area is awareness. Be aware of what's going on in the industry. Be aware of the threat landscape that exists. Very often organizations will get targeted. Don't open emails unless you understand the source. It's that kind of education and awareness. A lot of SMBs are starting to look at some ways to use social media and other tools to help make security a topic within that organization, to build that education and build that awareness. Again, it is an area that moves from the office into the home. So the more we can do to help educate our users, the greater or the more secure we'll be in that environment.